Bunk bed coffin. Hit it.
Apologies for the air conditioner, it's a bit loud.
Don't apologize. Can hardly notice.
Sometimes you have to break in order to repair what's broken. Sometimes you have to wait to let time let go of what you're holding. Let myself out before my mind starts thinking. 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 I'd fix this if I could. The only way is to release it. I'm staying where I should. What's to come will be, so let it be. My mouth goes out before my mind starts thinking. My mouth goes out before my mind starts thinking. My mouth goes out before my mind starts thinking. My mouth goes out before my mind starts thinking.
How are you? It's Friday night. Valentine's Eve, aka Friday the 13th. Are spooky things supposed to happen on Friday the 13th? Is this just supposed to be a 1980s horror day? Is it supposed to be unlucky? I'll subscribe to any of that stuff. But if you celebrate Raining in the Desert. Oh, that sounds like the name of a good tune. Rain in the Desert. That's cool. Cool Friday the 13th with some rain in the desert. Bunk bed coffin. Open the show. Anybody celebrate Friday the 13th? How do you celebrate? Go to Camp Crystal Lake? Don't help somebody that can't swim? I don't know how you celebrate the Friday the 13th. I do not know. But oh wait, I think I do know. Hold on. This is how you celebrate Friday the 13th. Pretty sure. Pretty sure this is exactly how we celebrate Friday the 13th. Oh, did you hear this buffoon? Did you hear this buffoon? It's absolute buffoon. Absolute buffoon. What's his name? RF Brainworm Jr. RF Brainworm Jr. Did you hear this dude? He was on the Theo, I don't question anything, and I you to death. Theo, I forget his name, last name. Von. Theo Von. Theo Von Goebbels. The Theo Von Goebbels show. Yeah, it's a good show if you are into a little fasci. Not fascine, fasci. Theo Von, who doesn't challenge any kind of authority. He just takes it like a good boy. Had RF Brainworm Jr. on. And if you haven't heard the audio, here it is.
You know, I mean, for me, and I said this when we came in, and I said, I don't care what happens, I'm going to a meeting every day.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm not scared of a germ.
I don't know if you could hear that through the broken worm-ridden mouth he has, and the raw milk throat. I'm good. What's up, Pink Fur? Thank you for the 99-cent super chat. Appreciate you. Weirdo. Thank you. Keep it weird, everybody. Keep it weird. What are we talking about with RFK? Did you hear what he said today? I'm playing it, but in case you don't speak raw milk, I believe that's his language. I believe that's his native tongue, raw milk. He said, I'm not scared of a germ. And I say, prove it. Snort some Ebola. Come on, buddy. How did Theo Vaughn not interrupt and make a joke, right? You have RFK Brainworm Jr. on, and he allows him to say this.
Yeah. And I said, I'm not scared of a germ.
I go, oh, really? Prove it. Prove it. I got some Ebola in a little vial right over here. You're not scared of a germ? Go ahead, RFK Jr. Just snort this Ebola germ. Prove that you're not scared of a germ. Come on. Buck, 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 buck. How did Theo Vaughn not make a joke? Like, really? Not scared of a germ? All right. What germ you not scared of? I got a whole vial. We're going to do fear factor, right? Because it's kind of America right now. And isn't Joe Rogan Theo Vaughn's buddy? Be like, let's do a little fear factor, not scared of a germ. Let's let RF Brainworm Jr. continue.
You know, I used to snort cocaine off of toilet seats. And
Okay. I don't know if that's really telling you that you're not scared of a germ because you snorted yakenya off of a toilet seat. Just don't know if that means you're not scared of a germ or if it just means you were such a bad cokehead, such a bad addict, like a real bad addict. It doesn't really technically, you know, two things can exist at the same time here. You saying I'm not scared of a germ is not backed up by you doing snorting stuff off of toilet seats. You know, those are independent things. That doesn't, snorting things off a toilet seat means that you have a very bad addiction. You're close to rock bottom, close to rock bottom. And may I also ask, was there not a counter anywhere? Were there no counters anywhere? Like, did Theo Vaughn, you've really failed in podcasting if you ask zero follow-ups. You know, if somebody cracks a gem like RFK Jr. does on your show,
I said, I'm not scared of a germ. You know, I used to snort cocaine off of toilet seats. And I know this disease will kill me.
yeah, that's the one that's gonna get you. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. It's a requirement to be a member of their party. That's probably the initiation. They're like, we're gonna make you snort this off a thing. That's a funny tweet. That's a funny tweet. I'm not scared of a germ. I used to snort and off of toilet seats. Well, that doesn't make you not scared of something, buddy. What that makes you is a horrible addict. And it really makes you wonder, with all your family's money, could you not afford a counter? Did you not have a sink in the bathroom? Where were you that there was no counter space? For as filthy rich as you are, to say that, you know, maybe he's omitting something. And this is where really Theo Vaughn lacks any depth as a human. Not even as a podcast bro, as a human. If RFK Jr. said that in front of me, I would go, pause. What bathroom are you in that doesn't have a counter? Is this Grand Central Station? Where are you doing this? Why is it a toilet seat? Why was that the only thing you didn't have your hand? Was there nothing creative that you could use? Really, this Epstein class, this class of Epsteinians, are brain rot. These are brain rot, folks. These are like the bottom of the barrel. I don't know how the fuck we got here, but apparently all you got to do is work out when you're 108 and wear a suit, and you qualify for any position in the White House, as long as you're loyal. As long as you're loyal. Oh my God. He's being hyperbolic, but also effing ridiculous. You don't let a gem like this go. I think you think he's being hyperbolic. I think he means it. I've been around addicts my whole life. I'm telling you, this isn't hyperbole. This is a man who also cut up a whale, put it on the top of his car, and drove down the highway with it. This is a man who ran over a bear and then hid it in Central Park. I think you have not spent enough time around addicts to think this is a tame comment. He has worse ones, just like everybody thought the Epstein files was pretty bad, and then they read it and they went, I just didn't imagine. Even my wildest conspiracies didn't imagine. And we'll get to that. There's a nut. So this guy's, you know, in a position of power. This guy's in a position of power, you know, the one that owns one of the school pitcher things. And this guy's in a position of power. We all remember him. I played the audio the other day where Mehmet, I never believed that a Mehmet Oz is working in a white nationalist White House. I mean, really, racism has gone so DEI. They just got all kinds of diversity and racism now. It's crazy. They'll do anything to hold up the white power structure, you know? The systemic racism is run by a bunch of fucking Uncle Toms. Anyways, turns out the guy who said don't retire and send your kids to the copper mines or I don't know, you know, Greenland mines that they're trying to get, invited Epstein to a Valentine's Day party. Okay. I don't know if you know this. I'm Rob. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I have a rule. If you're in the Epstein files, you don't tell me shit. It's just it's a little rule I live by. It's a little rule. And for all of you who go, just being in them doesn't mean a crime. In my book, it does. If you're hanging and banging with the most prolific trafficker in human history, the one that, you know, what was it? 2008? So 2003. When was he arrested? I don't know. It wasn't 2016. So if you're emailing that dude to say, hey, I got a sweet V-Day party, want to come on down? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Just, why don't you shut the fuck up? Tell me to work and not retire. Get the fuck out of here. He's an intelligent man who teaches advanced level of mathematics. Okay. He was just really awesome at taxes, guys. At, you know, avoiding paying them and how to shelter and hide your money. That's all it was, guys. It was an elaborate tax sheltering email. It was a tax shelter Valentine's party. Who hasn't had one of those? Okay. By the way, Pinkford, did you see the Steve Bannon interview with Jeff Epstein? And Bannon was trying to make him out to be smart, but you know, they're both grifting. So he's like, Jeff, tell us about this advanced mathematics you were doing. And Jeff was like, I had this thing called the Texas Instruments T36 calculator. And if you had one of those in the 90s, my God, you were Goodwill Hunting. And I'm just like, these fucking people, man, they can't even grift right. That's really why I showed you that study the other day that Steve Bannon said we're going specifically after incels. They're the most vulnerable of the lot. Good God. Hold on. Let me go back. Oh, did you see this? We're gonna skip around to some news. Hey, hold on. What did RFK what if RFJK elemental P? What did Brainworm say?
Yeah. And I said, I'm not scared of a germ.
Okay. Sniff some of these germs. Not scared? Prove it. How did Theo Von allow, if you don't know, Theo Von lets all these fascists go on. I critiqued him when he had JD Vance on because JD Vance was like, we're trying to not raise taxes. And I was like, Theo, do you live in that podcast studio? Because you're very dumb. You figure you just don't read, you just don't get out, you don't hear anything. Maybe he's constantly on TikTok. I don't know. No, TikTok is like, you could learn some shit on there. But Theo just didn't push back at all. He's like Joe Rogan. These are pushovers. These are tender ronies. Tenderoni. Was that from the 80s or 90s? Anyways, and Theo Von claims he's a comedian, and you have an addict on that says, I'm not scared of germs. I ain't scared of no germ. You know what I did? I did off toilet seats. And you don't go, prove that you're not scared of a germ. I have right here behind my back some HIV germs. Go ahead, sniff one off a toilet seat if you're not scared. You know, like Theo, boo. Who watches this shit? Not me.
Scared of a germ. You know, I used to snort cocaine off of toilet seats.
Prove it. Prove you're not scared of a germ. Prove it. Prove it. Lick my shoe, you dick. You know, like, how's Theo not doing any of that? Okay, Theo, very funny. What a very funny pod. Who is watching Theo Vaughn? What are you watching him for, like, mullet tips? What are you watching him to, like, how to placate fascism? What are you watching Theo Vaughn for? How to go, okay, dude.
And yeah, I know.
Yeah. He's like, so when I was growing up, hold on. Where's the arc? Okay, here we go. So guys, when I was growing up, we had this show called Beavis and Butthead. These guys were morons, and we used to watch them on TV because they would just go, and they were idiots. And that's like, you know, we didn't have much on TV. So Beavis and Butthead came out, we just watched it. I wasn't a big fan, but it was on. It was something that you needed to see because it was taboo. Now we have the Epstein files, my Christ. And I think what Theo Vaughn, the void he's filling, is he is the Beavis and Butthead of this generation. He's both of them in one. But the thing is this generation, I don't think, understands that. Like, he's not a comic. He's not very funny. He's placating fascism. He's allowing these tyrants to come on and just spew nonsense with not even a little pushback or making fun of it. Like, I don't know if you've seen Stavi's podcast or Stavi Baby's stand-up, but Stavi's a funny dude, and I'm pretty sure if RFK Jr. said that to Stavi would be like, come on, man, prove it. Prove you ain't scared of a germ, you know? Sniff this, or, you know, I don't know. What was that stuff? Anthrax, you know? That's not a germ, though. But Theo Vaughn, just, you hear him in the background nodding very hard.
Oh, this disease will kill me. Right? I don't.
Right, dude. Fucking, and I've met Theo. He's an adorable dummy, and I think that's like what it is. You know, he's an adorable fucking moron. So I think he gets a pass, you know. I don't give him the pass. I think like the greater incel community thinks like, this is a man. He just goes, right, and has what? Ryle tea and Celsius next to him? Remind me to never drink that shit.
If I don't treat it, which means going to meetings every day, it's just bad for my life.
Oh, what did he say?
Don't treat it, yeah, I know this disease will kill me.
So if he doesn't go to meetings, then that disease will kill him. Take his meetings from him. Let's take his listen, I'm all for the program, people going to meetings and getting sober. But this guy, let's take his meetings. You know what I mean? Like, everybody that goes to RFK Jr. meetings, say they're closed door and they're only open to people who are not RFK Jr. Because, you know, I think he's doing some damage to the world. You know, it's a type of bacteria. Okay. Well, he said he's not afraid of germs, and bacteria is germs, so Theo from what exactly? His full legal last name is Von Kernatowski? No, come on. I gotta look that up. That's so funny. Because now I will not know him. Hold on. What is his name? Theo. Well, it's got to be Theo. Wait, because it's got to be Theodore. Full name. Oh my God. Theodore Capitani von Kernatowski III. Holy shit. And he's from Louisiana, so of course he's, you know, probably racist. He's an American comedian, wrong. Podcaster, correct. And television personality, correct. He's of Polish Nicaraguan descent. Oh my God. His name is Von Kernatowski III. Theodore Kernatowski. Why isn't it the Theodore Kernatowski podcast? What a mess, you know? Hey, you watching Kernatowski later? You fucking better believe I am. Kernatowski? Good Jesus. Well, who said that? Hold on. Hamdabunya. Thank you. This moment that Theo Vaughn's full name is Theodore Capitani von Kernatowski III is brought to you by Hamdabunya. That was for my Zennials out there. I was reading about Xennials the other day. Oh God, if you play that dumb bitch role, the basic bitch role of this guy's just jealous and you can't understand, oh shit, who did I delete? Whoops, deleted the wrong person. Sorry about that. There we go. If you can't understand criticism, and you conflate it with jealousy, you're too stupid for this show. Okay? This show isn't Theo Von show. If RFK Jr. said he's not scared of germs because he did off of a bathroom seat, we would reply to that. We wouldn't go, right, dude, right, dude. We would be like, really? You're not scared of germs? Okay. Lick my armpit. You know, like we would do something. There would be a little pushback and it would be in jest, you know. You know. You know. You know. You know. Not scared of germs? Why don't you go hang out in South Carolina? Go sniff some neat measles, you know? Like, why aren't you residing in South Carolina or Texas right now? Roaming the rogue streets of Measleton. I believe that's what they're calling it now. The state's going to be renamed to Measleton. You know? Go there, RFK. Prove you're not scared. And the bigger question is, why off a toilet seat, you know? Why the fuck didn't you, you know, say, hey, buddy, get over here. I'm not scared of germs. Pull out your backside and I'm going to snort this off of it. You know? Like, really? Really? You had to do it off the toilet seat. You couldn't even do it off the back of the toilet? Was there, you know, it couldn't have been a urinal. Hold on. You want to go out? You wanted to come in. No, you want to go out. You're being a jerk. I know that. Being a jerk, and now you're gonna want to come back in. We'll call it the bullshit all the time. Sup, dude? What's criticism mean? Yeah. Again, this show isn't for everybody. If your reading comprehension is, you know, below third grade level, and you're over 25, show's not for you. It's okay. That's why we have Theo Von. He is the in real life IRL Beavis and Butthead of your generation, and you watch him and you're like, man, this guy's brilliant. RFK Jr. just said that, and he said, right, dude. How funny is Theo? Let's get his tickets. Maybe he'll say his catchphrase, right, dude. Holy shit. You fucking people. And I do mean you people, maggots. M-A-G-A-T-S.
Right, I don't.
Right, dude. Right.
Tell me. Right, I don't.
Right, dude. Right. You couldn't be scared of germs if you're doing cocaine off a toilet seat. Right. Very serious, the old Vaughn. Very. I can't believe this is taken as like mainstream news, you know? Like people tune in to Theo Von to like get information. That's horrifying. That's horrifying. What is this list? Is this the Joe Rogan Experience guests? What is this? Oh, no. 12 plus Trump officials named in the Epstein files. Wow, that's a lot of them. That's a lot of this. Looks like his whole crew. That's his whole crew. Look at that, the whole crew. Oh, there's one of them, but he's not scared of germs. So he didn't even use hand sanitizer after leaving Jeffrey Epstein's. He didn't even use it. He's like, you think I'm scared of germs? Do you know what I just did in your bathroom? Didn't use the counter. No. Went right for the toilet seat. Here's a sign from Boston. I love my city. What else? ICE purchased the massive warehouse in Hagerstown, Maryland to be used as detention facilities. Why the concentration camps? They're supposed to be deporting all these people. Keep asking questions, Dreamleaf. I like your style. Here we go. Parasitic billionaires. That's all they are. That's all they fucking are. This guy. Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay, there's a few people here now. Welcome. Hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let's hit the like button. If we get a few likes, I'm going to show you the new mascot for the channel. You guys have heard of Clippy, right? You might have seen him in some avatars and stuff. Do you guys know who Clippy is? I'll wait. I know there's a delay. They ain't no Chris Isaac. Girl, you know what's up, Chris Isaac. A soprano and a baritone all wrapped in one. And I will only love. You do not? You do not know who Clippy is? Oh, I should have got a photo of Clippy. I didn't get. Does anybody know who Clippy is? Anybody? Clippy. Daddy Longbong. Okay. Clippy is locked up for federal theft. Clippy has been arrested, folks. The Microsoft paperclip that would help you with your grammar. I hate to break this. He's in the Epstein files. Clippy is in the Epstein files. From Microsoft Office. Yes, okay. Okay. So you guys know who Clippy is, right? I have a new mascot. He definitely wasn't living in the island. I see you're writing a letter. Okay, now you know Clippy. Okay, Alita Stark. You know Clippy. Excellent. I conjured up a mascot to be on par with Clippy because I was thinking, I was like, this generation, they don't have a Clippy. They don't. They know of Clippy, but they didn't get the joys of Clippy. Clippy watches you sleep. What's up, Tia? Clippy was from my generation. When computers started and the C prompt came up and you had to type in what you wanted to do, and computers used to be a mess. Who was talking about today? We're talking about Clippy because I'm about to show you. I think this should be the new mascot. You guys can vote on it. You guys can say whether or not we should have this. But I think the youth of today, and I feel like this generation, thank you, Todd, for the bronze medal. Appreciate you. That's what's missing these days, to be honest. Yeah. Earlier, I was thinking how this generation's missing out with their version of Clippy. So I created a character named Naughty. Do you guys want to see Naughty? AI thinks it can replace Clippy. For shame. That's what I was saying. That's exact. I said today's Clippy is AI, and I didn't like that. Okay. A Marilee or Amaril. I'm not even going to pronounce it. Too many letters in succession, but okay. So do you guys want to see Naughty? Let me get 2 more likes and I'll show you Naughty. If you remember Clippy, get off my lawn. If you would like to see Naughty, 2 more likes, and then I will show you my new and improved version, or updated in the year of our Lord 2026. Okay, we got more than 2 likes. Okay. This is Naughty. My creation, you've seen it here first. This is Naughty. I feel like this generation really could use a new version of Clippy. I feel like this is Naughty. Everybody say hi to Naughty. I think this is a good mascot. And I think this is how we could kind of unify, you know? If we all changed our avatar to Naughty, we could really send a message to the Epstein class. And you see, this is for paperwork, folks. You know, this is for paperwork. Oh, I know Naughty. Yes, Naughty is a public figure. But I created Naughty today because I public Naughty. I created Naughty today, and I felt like this really speaks to this generation, like this moment in time. Naughty, you know, Clippy. You see him in the avatars. You see Clippy in the avatars. There, it's like a silent protest. You know, change your avatar to, you know, reject big tech or what. I don't know what it is. Apple, right to fix your own shit. You know, there's so many things wrong with the world, so I agree with all of it. But I figured, you know, we're really beyond the right to repair. You know, at this point, we're at the right to revolution. I don't know if that's Naughty's new thing, but we're really at like the right to revolution because, you know, hold on, let me show you the other picture. You know, this one, you know, this one, you know, this one. So I feel like, Clippy is said and done. So I had to create Naughty. This is Naughty. I feel like everybody, we should change our avatars to Naughty. And I just think, if everybody changed it to Naughty, it would send a real message that we're not going to be doing this kind of paperwork anymore. These kind of files are over with. You know what I mean? Turn on my communities tab. Ooh, that's a good idea. Thank you, Tia. Naughty and Burner. Wait, who's Burner? I don't know Burner. Naughty and Burner. We got to create a burner now. We got to create a burner. Should put a fire emoji around somewhere. Burner can be a good addition. I love that this is an ever evolving bit that we're going to do. But I changed my profile picture to the Statue of Liberty crying over the flag with the city burning behind her. Yeah. Very apropos for the times. Mark Lopez, if you don't know what revolution means, I don't know. This channel's not for you. Not for you, Mister. I just created my account a month ago and have no avatar. Yeah, this live stream isn't for you. It's not. What I would suggest you do is you go do some watching of Fred Hampton, read about Afeni Shakur, and hello? All right, Tia, am I muted now? Still no sound. Hold on, Tia. Hold on. Who said yes? Who said okay? There's a delay, so you guys keep telling me no. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's fixed. Okay, thank you. Alex, Alley good. All the good. That's how I like to read it. You good, G. Thank you, Wanderer. We can hear you. Didn't catch your rebuttal, sir. My rebuttal was, I don't argue with morons. So, Mark, go do some reading. Once you get caught up, this show might be for you. Until then, I think the Theo Vaughn is right at your pace. He probably takes all his notes in crayons, Velcros his shoes, and says, I'm ready to say, right. Let's listen to him again. Let's listen to Theo Vaughn in the background, not making a joke when RFK Jr. says, I'm not scared of germs because I used to do off of toilet seats. And Theo goes, right? It's very funny. It's witty. It's such a quick humor that if you don't catch it, you just don't catch it. You just don't, it's too highbrow.
And I said, I'm not scared of a germ. I used to snort cocaine off of toilet seats. And yeah, I know this disease will kill me. Right? If I don't treat it, which means going to meetings.
Keep this man from meetings. Let me just say that. Keep him from going to meetings. Let's see what happens. Just like he wants to keep people from their health care. Keep him from meetings. I just say you get what you give, All these people don't. They certainly don't. If you've read the Epstein files, they don't. They do not get what they give. Oh, Tia, I wouldn't even entertain Mark here. We'll just make him quiet so he can go complain in the comments. He's gonna go, oh, this guy silenced me. I told you, fucking, if you don't understand what revolution means in America, shut the fuck up. I think you're Russian. That's what I think it is. Go make a video, Mark, on your channel. Okay? Tough guy. Show your face. You don't even have a fucking avatar. I hate these losers. You fucking trolls. You Russian bots. You Southeast Asian fucking bot mining farms. Fuck you. T, I wouldn't waste your time because he's not here to have a genuine discussion, have some good fun. Right, Naughty? Well, that's right. He's got to sound more deviant. You know, to hold their feet to the fire. Ooh, it could be a little foot emoji and a little fire emoji. But I just wouldn't, Tia. You know, he doesn't care to learn. He's a tough guy in the. You see these tough guys in the comments. Oh, you won't debate me? I got an idea. Clip my video and show your face on your channel, and answer it. Nobody does it, you pussies. Nobody. For 2 years, you guys have come into my chat, act like tough debate guys, and I go, you know, YouTube's free. Just film yourself. Oh, you won't? That's my response to all these cowards that say, you won't debate me? Go show your face on YouTube. Simple as that. I do every fucking weekday, and sometimes on the weekends. Hit subscribe. Me and Naughty will be here all week. So you could keep coming back acting like a tough guy until I say, shut up, try again tomorrow. Okay? Is everybody on the same page now? We know how this works? Excellent. I have over 20 pictures of myself on my page. Yeah, because Tia, we're not cowards. We're not cowards. That's the difference. These punks that come in here and chirp real hard, for 2 years, I've been doing this live. I tell them all, go debate me in your own videos. None of them have. None. Zero. So who's bitch made now? I want my own Naughty. Will you be providing plushies? Who just said that? Who just said that? Alita Stark. If we have to crowdfund to start Naughty plushies, Alita, I will cut you in on the profits. I will cut you the fuck in. Is that not a great idea? We make Naughty plushies. Welcome to the channel, by the way. This is the updated version of Clippy. It's Clippy's cousin, Naughty. And I think we would have amazing. Oh, look at that. Tia already changed her thing. Yeah, but you didn't have to do that, Tia. I respect some people's anonymity. I respect some babadibbity. Anemone. I feel like Nemo. What do you live in? Anemone? A memory. Anyways, naughty. Thank you so much. Not necessary. I just want my plushie. I kind of want one too. How do we make this happen? We got to figure out a way, because this would be the most adorable. Oh, you know what? I'll see if I can make one. What if he's not a plushie and he's just made out of rope? I can't make plushies, but I could certainly make a rope and fucking glue on some googly eyes. With that. Alita, would you still take one if it wasn't a plushie, but I just did a literal rope and hot glue gun googly eyes to it? Guys, I think I can make this happen IRL. I'm very excited. Perfect. I think we have to do this. Will it be functional? You can't see this, it's off screen, but this boy is hung. That's a 10-foot rope. Oh my God. Alita, please tell me you've hit subscribe. Oh my God. That's so funny. Oh my God. I don't even think I could do news right now. There's a live stream out of India where a guy just winds rope into 500-foot spools. Ooh, that's a good idea. I would like them made in the USA, and I think I could take care of it, as long as we're not doing plushies and we're just doing actual rope. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus, thank you for this amazing idea, Jesus. Cornhusker really wanted me to thank you for this. God, thank you for ordaining this amazing moment. Thank you. Brought to you by the Lord Jesus Christ. Oh man, this brings out the racists for sure. Theodore, never come back. You're a fucking retard. Okay? Say some shit like that. This is naughty. He is the modern day Clippy. And Theodore, if I saw you in person, man, I would have a little child slap your face. Because my hands ain't for fighting. My hands are for loving. But I'm sure there's some little kids that probably fucking think you're a dick. You know what I mean? Just an absolute dick. Don't come back. Thanks. I hate racism. I hate racism. I hate racists. So, show yourself in the comments so we can mute you for good. Nurse Rod, yeah, they should be made in the USA. What's blasphemous? Jesus hated capitalists. You swine. You absolute hog. Shut your mouth. You didn't read about Jesus. You know nothing about him, especially if you worship these absolute brain-rotted hogs. My God. My God. Powers on high, hear my plea. Work your spells of good, for we surround us in your clear white light. Banish demons of the night, protective light around its globe. Keep safe path that we must go. So mote. Thank you, Tia. I love that. That's a beautiful prayer. Jesus was so fucking woke. He was. But all these like fragile white fucking evangelicals, they are, perverting the word of God. Hold on one second. Whoa. Hold on. We're gonna talk about, or I'm gonna play you some Ken Casey. I was mocking the other dude. Oh. I want to play this quick Ken Casey for you, because pass this along to all the bands that claim they're punk and keeping their mouths shut. You know who's more punk? Well, Ken Casey, I'm going to play this for you. But you know who I love? Haley Williams. She's got a rad band. And look at that. Haley Williams comes out on her Substack and says, fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. You know her from Paramore. But let's listen to a little Kenny Casey of the Dropkick Murphys. And this goes out to all the bands like Dave Grohl's Foo Fighters, who Dave claimed he was punk, and he's been pretty quiet. Shinedown, who dropped out of MAGA Fest, but, said, our music is for everyone. Really? Even white Supremers? I don't think so. Shouldn't be, Even the Epstein class? I don't think so. Shouldn't be. You should draw a line in the sand. Let your fans know that when they come, they're safe. They're in good company. They're not with oppressors and molesters and, you know what I mean? It's again, a little rule of thumb, a life lesson. And Ken Casey knows that shit. So also all the people that come in here and go, this guy's from Boston, Waterloo, he's not from Boston, he's not a bootlicker. It's like, do you know anything about this town? This working class fucking town? Union strong, revolutionary fucking town? Do you know anything? Because Ken Casey is the epitome of fucking Boston.
Dropkick Murphys has been a political band since the start. We've always obviously been very, involved with workers' rights and a lot of other social justice issues. But over the course of our 30 years, we've never been this outspoken. And people act like, well, why are you now? It's like, well, we've reached a whole new level, and in a perfect world, would I love to leave my protest to the lyrics? Sure. But we're beyond that, we're beyond that now. And so I challenge any band that's remotely ever called themselves political in any way or patriotic in any way, that if you think you can leave it to the lyrics, you're taking the coward's way out. And That's just my opinion at this point in time.
You just mentioned other bands. You know, you had a song last year, Who Will Stand With Us? With the Trump administration currently in power, I'm actually surprised by how few bands, you know, punk and hardcore, even outside of that, you know, there's you guys, Green Day might be speaking up a little bit, Randy from Lamb of God, a few other...
Rise Against.
Jack
Yeah.
White has spoken up a lot, but not a lot considering all the bands out there. Do you think some bands are afraid of alienating a certain portion of their following that might not agree with them? Is that what might be keeping them, or what are your thoughts on that?
From what I know, you know, obviously I could have my opinions as a music fan or whatever, but from some of my conversations with bands who aren't speaking out, you could have anything from a portion of the band doesn't want to lose fans, doesn't want to get caught in the controversy. You could have some of the older bands in particular that are just like, I don't want to bring the potential of violence on my home and my family. You could have band members that have maybe a wife or something that doesn't have a green card, you know, things like that. So there's some nuance to it. Another reason Dropkick Murphy's speaking out, I think it's important to say like, hey, we're all in. We're getting trash trolled, losing fans, and guess what? The water's fine. Come on in. Nothing to be scared about. No one's stepped to me in public yet. You know, it's just trolls on the internet. And if we lose fans and our numbers go down somewhat or whatever, I believe in karma. You know, like doing the right thing.
He said karma. He said it in masshole. Sorry.
It'll pay off in the long run. And when I say pay off, I don't mean financially, but you know, like what we lose.
Like your soul. Like your soul. Like your soul doesn't rot. Have a good night. Oh, wait. Oh, Alita. I fear I must let the sleep take over me, but I'll be back. Have a good night. As long as you hit subscribe and notification bell, please come back. You had some hilarious points tonight. Thank you so much. I enjoyed the conversation. Clippy says, hey, MAGA. Hi. It looks like you don't know what the you're talking about and should probably take a goddamn seat. Would you like some help with that? And then it should just say yes, not even no. Oh my God. If you don't know who the Dropkick Murphys is, go back to watching Theo Von. Please go back to watching Theo Von. Oh God. I still can't get over Theo Von allowed this to happen with RFK Jr. on his podcast and just went, right? Like a fucking toad.
Yeah. And I said, I'm not scared of a germ.
Prove it.
You know, I used to snort cocaine off of toilets.
Why? Did you not have a counter? Like, seriously, you were filthy rich. Have you ever seen the Kennedy compound on Hyannis? Holy shit. If you take the Hyannis Sunset Cruise, it goes by it and they like point it out. It is a quarter of a mile on the beach. And I mean, like, the house is a quarter of a mile. It's the biggest. You can see it on Google Maps. It's insane. And you're telling me this guy needed a toilet seat to do his... He didn't even have a counter? We were so poor as drug addicts, we didn't even have a counter to sniff on. We had to use toilet seats. Oh, it was hard in your day, huh?
Seats. And yeah, I know.
You hear? Yeah. Theo, you are like anybody could be in Theo's spot. You just need a stupid mullet and go, yeah, dude. Yeah.
Oh, this disease will kill me. Right,
Dude. Right. I believe everything you just said, and all I got to say is right. RFK trying to get some street cred. I think his story about Merc and the Bear gave him all the street cred you could want. Theo Von is a worm. Maybe he's the worm in RFK Jr.'s brain. Maybe this is all simulation and we're just in RFK Jr.'s brain. My God, let us out. It's like he was bragging about it. He was bragging about it. Listen, if you've never been around addicts, you know, they're all one-up you. I'll one-up you. What's that, Theo Von? Theo Von Kurtenstan, or whatever his name is? Kurtenkowski? Theo Von Kurtenkowski, you say you used to live next to David Duke and you would go work out with David Duke. If you don't know who that is, he was like the head dude of the KKK. Well, I'll one-up that story. I was so rich we would choose to do our cocaine off of a toilet seat. This is bewildering that Theo Von just, you know, clearly got his hair did and highlighted. What is he using? Sun In? Anybody remember that? Dressed to the nines. Doesn't even have tags on his clothes. Probably all personal prescription made fucking jackets. And this dude is like, right. Interesting.
I don't, if I
Does Theo Von not have a thought of his own?
don't treat it, which means going to meetings
Take the meetings from RFK Jr. like he's taking everyone's health care.
every day.
All right, we got to get to some other stuff. RFK scarfing yogurt during the Super Bowl. Meat and ferments. Yeah, if you didn't see that. Whew. That's what he eats at the Super Bowl. Here we go. Just got to highlight how racist our country is. And if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. There's no middle ground on racism. Just so we could be clear, you're either anti-racist or you're helping them. Just so we're all clear. Because there's some crazy fucking audio. By the way, this is, as you can see, to Bill Gates from Jeffrey Epstein, come to visit the island. And this was in 2016. So 2016 in December, you know who was elected? Donald Trump. And then Jeff Epstein says, new administration people visiting. And then you wonder why all these administration people are in the Epstein files. I guess we'll never know, guys. Weird coincidence, right? It's just allegations. Doesn't make anybody guilty, right? Oh, God. We need naughty. That's what we need. We need naughty. At times like these. Hold on. Where is... Oh, did you guys see this in Iran? Their street art goes hard, son. What is this? Oh, yeah. Everybody should be against the blockade to Cuba. This also, I wanted to point out to you that Trump is putting a blockade. That's why they took the Venezuelan oil. That was one of the other facets, because Cuba was getting its oil from Venezuela. And it's just amazing that people will still idiotically go, socialism has failed, look at Cuba, and not acknowledge this blockade, the embargoes, that socialism has succeeded in spite of all of America has done. So, fuck this embargo. If socialism didn't work, why do they have to do this shit? You know, simple questions, common sense questions that you could ask these people when they're like, it fails. No, it's being suffocated and starved right now. Okay? Meanwhile, they bootlick these motherfuckers. And they act like this. Everyone is lying to you, except billionaires and oil execs. That's the insane belief that a good portion of this country has. And it's a wrong belief, just so we're clear. Oh yeah, did you guys see this? Gen Z job seekers should be willing to work for free, long hours, willing to do anything, says Squarespace CMO. These fucking people. Ooh, let's go through some. Oh, if you could, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you want to support the channel, super chat, and join as a member. Because I'm going to show you some art that I don't know if this is going to... I can't believe the morons that come out. The morons that come out. So these are from the Maria Farmer paintings that I read the emails 2 days ago to you, where she was like, this is your last chance, come clean or you guys are going down. And I thought, how kind of her. Her name was redacted, but since then people have identified the redaction. But I thought, wow, she was giving him one last chance. But these paintings we've identified people. I don't know if you can tell who that is. And it's pretty crazy. Pretty fucking nuts, right? So I just want to show you those. What is this? Just a reminder, a 5-year-old boy in a bunny hat spent more time in jail than anyone in the Epstein files. That's the Law and Order crowd. Don't ever let them tell you anything again. Ooh, did you guys see Cardi B putting Homeland Security to sleep? As long as she doesn't drug and rob her agents, we'll consider it an improvement. They were threatening her or she was jokingly threatened to jump ice at her concert because I'm guessing they were threatening to show up. And Cardi B claps back. If we're talking about, so let's go talk about Epstein and friends, and then you can read the rest. Just in case you're not on Twitter, which it's a waste space of. So here is one of the dudes identified. Barclays CEO Jess Staley. Yeah. Where's the other one? You see the similarity? Oh, hold on. Sorry. This was one of the emails in there. And if you notice, what's in the background of his picture is somebody dressed as Snow White. And then I zoomed in. You could say Chase, J.P. Morgan, ex-J.P. Morgan, Barclays exec, discussed Disney princesses with Epstein. Just so we're all on the same page. What was this one? I forget. Oh, this one said recruiter something. I couldn't read it. Recruiter. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys those. Also, did you guys read about Argentina? They have approved a bill reform clearly against the working class, making the workday 8 to 12 hours. So now, and remember when Elon Musk and everyone was saying, Malay, we got to send Argentina $40 billion, a gazillion dollars. We're going to send them $5 trillion because prosperity was ahead for them. Well, it turns out, I don't know what happened to that money. Didn't go to American farmers, I could tell you that. And what they're doing now is making people work longer days. Who's that reminiscent of? Remember when Donald Trump said there was going to be a golden age, and then Dr. Oz, his appointee to the Secretary of Epstein's, I don't know what his job title is. I'm guessing it's just some kind of secretary for Epstein because they're all in the files. But remember when Dr. Oz said, like, hey, just don't retire. If you just stop retiring, guys, we could add $3 trillion to the economy, which we know the economy does nothing for you because it's mostly, corrupt Wall Street bankers and CEOs that are extorting people for their labor. Yeah, doesn't making the workday longer sound kind of similar to don't retire? Can't you just work harder? It's infuriating. Also, House Republicans announced investigation into Bad Bunny's Super Bowl performance. That's how you want your tax money spent? Also like to see Malcolm Shabazz pointed out the minimum wage in America has been $7.25 for almost 20 years. Democrats had control of the House, didn't raise it. Republicrats won't raise it. There's a class war going on. There is. 60-hour work week. Get ready for it. Oh, hold on. We need a third party that's a working class party. If we're gonna have another party, this is my stipulations. No one over 55, a three-person team, so you have checks and balances within the team. No more single president. I'm done with that shit. That's too king-like, too tyrannical. And they have to have, wherever they come from, they have to have that median wealth. Whatever town they're coming from, they have to have the median wealth from that town. No more trillionaires, billionaires, no more people that are just greed swine that just want money, 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 because it means power, 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 power. Like, we need a lot more. We need to redo the Constitution. That's what we need. But I agree. It should be a different party. And don't forget Naughty. I created Naughty today. I saw all these kids with the Clippy, and I don't even think most of them know who Clippy was. Clippy used to help you with your paperwork. Naughty does the same thing. He helps clean up the Epstein files. You know, the paperwork. So this is Naughty. If you like Naughty, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. You're going to love this channel if you like Naughty. Hey, if the Dow Jones takes a hit, does that mean we could care about the victims of Viking? And yeah, listen, I think it's under 50,000, so now maybe she has to go back and answer questions. You know, they should call her back in and be like, excuse me, but the Dow dropped down, so now it's time to stop yelling at us about the Dow. If a lottery couldn't be rigged, it would be nice to have a random person picked as president every 20 years. You know what? Fix It with Brad. That's a good name, because I think you just fixed it. I say we just do a lottery. Everybody put your fucking numbers in, and whoever hits is president. And that, I think that's the fairest way. 60-hour work week brought to you by no tax on overtime. Brought to you by tariffs and no tax on overtime. That's for all my Zennials. Yeah, get rid of the Electoral College. We do need someone who wants every American to succeed. Every American. I don't give a shit about able bodies. Everyone should have food, shelter, clothing, warmth. You know, if you want to work, okay. There's enough money. Like, people don't have to work. Elon Musk doesn't. All these people, the Epstein files don't. They were all busy emailing and going to, you know. I say you should be able to be like, I just want to write songs about Naughty, you know? And I would ordain that. God bless you. Dems are so hyper-focused. Dems are controlled opposition. So they're hyper-focused on whatever they think is trending at the moment. And sometimes even shit that's trending, they're like, we don't have the backbone for that. Elon Musk does not work. He was the CEO of 4 companies and the head of Doge. And you know what he was posting? You know what he was posting? Pictures of a video game in his office so he could play video games. If you think Elon Musk works hard, I want you to follow him on Twitter. And every time he retweets, because he usually doesn't have an original tweet while you're at work, you have to tweet. And I want your boss to walk by and notice you. And then when your boss says, how are you working so hard? You go, I'm on the Elon Musk diet. Every time he tweets, I do too. And then tell me he's a hard worker, okay? B. Boston, what's up, man? We were just listening to some Ken Casey talking about focus on the needy. Richest country in the world has homeless people. What the fuck? 100%. And we have 25 empty homes for every homeless person. So I don't know if you're into math, but I think we could give people homes. And a capitalist landlord hog would just have one less. Oh my God. No, not the people with extra homes. Where will they go in the winter? Oh my God. Wasn't Elon paying people to, he was working, one-eyed dollar, it's always good to see you. Elon was working hard for that invite to Epstein Island. Yo, 100%, 100%. Elon was the pick me bitch in the emails. He was like, ooh, Jeff, pick me. Oh. Who the is we? I own 0 homes. I'm part of that generation that ain't gonna do better than any generation before me. I'm part of the boomers pulled the rug out on us generation. You know, you might have had a taste of that if you know what Clippy is. Um, I love these people. Listen, if you're so selfish and stupid that you want to defend people that have more homes than you, okay, go do it on Tim Pool's channel. Oh my God, these people don't even understand that billionaire wealth this year and last year was majority inherited. Like all the billionaires that exist have inherited their money, including Donald Trump. So I would have no problem giving away some of his extra homes because he didn't earn any of them. It was his daddy. I know you don't know that. Thank you. I am a socialist. Shout out to all my comrades. You are too, if you know, you support the military, the fire department, the post office, the roads, fucking anything that you didn't build yourself, that tax dollars helped paid for. You know, you are too, you just don't know it yet. You think it's a big scary word because Jessica Waters on Fox News told you to be scared of it. Joe Rogan said, oh, those woke socialists, I'm a pretty tough man, but even they scare me. Well, here we are, and we're coming for you, shit. Redistributing the wealth. All you fucking billionaires are gonna have to be $999 millionaires. And if you can't afford a tax, then you know what? Maybe you're living outside of your means. That's the new measuring stick. I have more homes than you. I'm a socialist. Yay! Solidarity, comrade. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Oh, what's up, Jess? Good to see you. Hear me out. All this infrastructure ICE built could be used for empathy training, or MAGA call it relocation education centers. Ooh, I like the relocation education centers. I do. I do. I just don't think, you know, that's why they cheered on the demolition of education in America, because, you know, they're idiots. I don't think they can learn. That's not me saying it. That's them, you know. I like books. If somebody was like, burn a book, I'd be like, what is that? Third Reich? What are we talking here? You know, is that a Ben Shapiro book? Absolutely burn it. You're only going to get dumber from reading it. That's why no one bought his fucking screenplays or whatever the fuck he was doing. Who knows? Did you even hear Joe Rogan? I can't fast forward this. I'll play this for you guys tomorrow because I got to find a better clip. I like when I can pause and fast forward, and I found a clip on some stupid social media where even Joe Rogan now is saying, I think this looks terrible for Trump on the Epstein files. And I'm like, just now, Joe? Just now? I don't know. Call me crazy, but when he had Pam Blondie say they don't exist and then he started calling it hoax, I was like, oh, this shit's going to be good. This shit's going to be good. That's right. They're clapping for Trumpstein while kids are paying for lunch. Who does it look good for exactly? Nancy Pelosi. I wish, see, this is where I wish these podcasters didn't have weren't yes men and didn't have yes men on. Because if you're sitting across from Joe and Joe's like, oh man, this Trump thing, these Epstein files are looking fucking terrible for Trump. I wish somebody had that kind of quick wit where they were like, who does it look good for? Who the fuck? And these Epstein files are like, yo, I'm on page 12, or you know what I mean? Like, who has come out and been like, yo, did you see? Yo, I got a shout out. Like, no. This is what I mean. Like, when you just apply common sense to Joe Rogan or Theo Vaughn, like they crumble. Like they were fucking like made of straw. Oh my God, maybe they're a straw man argument. Oh, maybe. Rogan was a Bernie supporter, you know, before Peter Thiel's money got to him. Now he's in the Peter Thiel club. Get that relocation education center started. We only take MAG and we give them empathy training. Can you? I can't empathize with those people. I'm sorry. I can't empathize with racists, tyrants, homophobes, transphobes, misogynists, I have a hard time. That's one of the things me and Jesus be working on, empathizing with the hate mongers. Um, I don't know. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. Jackie the Joke Man Milo was bragging about it. Of course he. You must be as old as I am if you know about Jackie the Joke Man. Or is he's not still on Howard, is he? I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, guys, listen, I gotta wrap it up because it's wicked fucking late, kid. But this is Naughty. He is the new Clippy. I created the new Clippy. I think he's cool. He can help us with the Epstein files. I think that's what he's working on. I don't know. We gotta ask him. The Last Unicorn. It's a good flick. Terrifying flick, but good flick. I'll share Naughty in my community posts, so hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I love you all, except for the racists. Fuck you. What's up, Francis? How you been? Good to see you. Oh, it is. Oh, it's early where you're at. I hope you're doing well. It's nearly impossible to empathize, but we have to try, otherwise we become them. No, because I can empathize with a lot of people. A lot. It's the ones who, want to eradicate others that I just, I can't. I can't empathize with them. I can say, hey, if you want to quit that shit, we're welcoming. But, as long as they're chanting shit like, you'll not replace us, nah, 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 nah. You got to stand toe-to-toe with tyrants. That's, if anything the Revolutionary War taught me, is when some king acts tyrannical, you one if by land, two if by sea. Maybe I got that wrong. You life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness them. Something. There's something. There's got to be something. What's up, Phil? How you doing? It's hard to emphasize with those who refuse to change, and they take advantage of your empathy. Elizabeth, that's wisdom right there. That is true. They will take advantage of your empathy, and that's what we have seen played out. And we've also seen MAGA, feel like they're a sunken investment, because anybody who's not, being like, we're run by a cabal of the worst traffickers in the world, like Joe Rogan, where he's like, this is kind of looking bad. It's like, Joe, the files have been out for weeks, man. There's so much shit in there that's worse than the word bad. Oh, sorry, he said terrible. Like, I would say heinous, grotesque, fucking monstrative, demonic. Like, there's so terrible, Joe. You're just getting to terrible? Whew, what a moron. They're lizards wearing human skin. They are not human. I refuse to accept that they're the same species. Paul, I have those fucking thoughts. I have those thoughts. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. And they're running everything, guys. Did I introduce you to Naughty? This is Naughty. He's the new Clippy. He helps you with your homework, and, he's like, hey, guys, I saw you weren't eating enough cake. What's up, Sean? All right, guys. Oh, what's up, Canada? Oh, Canada. I don't know that song, but I wish I did, because I'd sing it. I absolutely agree. We can't accept their shit, but they're my friends and family. That's where you just can't accept their shit. And that all that means is you won't tolerate it around them, I've had people say things in front of me where I go, hey, you can talk like that. Don't do it in front of me. We're going to have an issue. And I never mean physical, but I mean, like, you talk like that, I'm going to call that shit out. I'm not going to be silent. And they'll learn. They'll learn, because every time they, say something like that, you go, you should close the fucking door if you're going to speak like that. Speak ill of yada, yada, yada. And that's all you got to do. And what I've realized is bullies don't like to be called on their shit. They don't. Hi from Canada. Love Canada. Agreed. No silence. Yeah. What I was saying earlier is there's no you either have to be anti-racist or you're complicit with the racist. There's no middle ground, you know. But when it starts, people leave. Absolutely. My family don't talk religion or politics. See, that's all I talk. Why? Because that's what's ruling us. From how fast you drive your car to where you can protest, I guess. So I always try to educate people. And that's the thing. You can just do some reading on things that they maybe will address. And you can be like, you actually know that it's this, this, and this, you know? Stop watching Fox News or Tim Pool. If you permit it, you promote it. Ooh, I like that. I like that. We have to keep saying that. Naughty Shovel 2028. Naughty in the Shovel 2028. Let him swing. Let him swing. They already have the switches on the cars to shut them off. They already have them. Financiers do that. So if you miss a payment, they shut your car down. America. It's already a law and on newer cars. Oh, God. Big love from St. Paul. Oh, my God. Everybody put some fucking respect on Minnesota right now in the house. Welding Heifer. Thank you. Thank your state. Thank you for your service to this fucking great Declaration of Independence. I don't know about a country, but I'll tell you what, that life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, fucking ability to stand in the street and protest and show them what the new revolution looks like Prince from Minnesota once said. He was the new revolution. My God, I have a Southsiders Minneapolis hat, but it's from a rapper out there. And I proudly wear that shit because I am in awe of Minnesota. They are the new American way, standing against tyranny, showing what community is. Absolutely the most beautiful thing, tear to my eye. So thank you for showing up in the chat, Minnesota. Welding. Thank you. 2 a.m. with the shovel and a can-do attitude. That's what friends. Fucking Tia, I love you. The street is very much public property, 100%. Well, who knows? In America, soon the streets will be owned by Amazon because he bribed Melania for that thing. The French version of naughty is choppy. Oh my God. One-Eye Dollar. I think that's really who we gotta find. We gotta get Choppy to be Naughty's friend. Damn, that's good. I love when the comments are on fire like this. Thank you guys. You guys are funny as shit. I feel like Theo Vaughn right now, just going right. All right, I have to go. I have to go, but I love you guys. Don't forget, Father, forgive them. The Dow is over 5,000. Love your long goodbyes. My weave works well. Oh, thank you. I know. I'm the opposite of an Irish goodbye, which is funny because I'm a lot Irish. Keep actively boycotting U.S. products. Every American is too. Nothing's made here, so you know. Good night. Stay strong, and don't forget, hit subscribe. What's up, Duffy? Good to see you. Hit subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Let's do this tomorrow because I got some Joe Rogan to play for you. Some slow Rogan, who, spoiler alert, he says now the Epstein files are looking bad for Trump. Now they are. He's waited till now to say, now it's looking a little terrible. And as somebody pointed out in the comments, who does it look good for, Joe? Who are you still thinking, it's not that bad, you know? Not that bad. Maybe he's not reading the Epstein files. I don't know. Good night, Turkish. Sound Mosaic. Ooh, do you make music? Nurse Rod, Edward, Jazzy. Good to see you stop by again. Night, boss. Can't wait to catch up on the Rogan. Yeah. Duffy, tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll play the Rogan for you. And I got links to almost everything we talked about. If you want to watch the whole Dropkick Murphys, Ken Casey video, it's down there. Some other stuff, Bunk Bed Coffin. So I appreciate you guys. Much love, much respect. What is a Dow? The Dow Jones is a stock market index. So it's a collection of stocks that are put into one. So you could buy the Dow, and you're buying, I forget how many are in there. But it's just a stock market thing. Basically it's a very stupid thing to say during the Epstein files congressional hearing. Galactic News Network in the horizontal stream. I don't know Galactic News, but go check them out. Support local art. Am I unbanned yet? I like this channel. I don't really ban people. I know we say ban, or my mods don't really ban. We silence people for 24 hours. If people are saying stupid shit again and again and again, we'll just put them on mute for 24. So that's why I always say, come back tomorrow, try again. But good, Debo's back. Any takes or just a meme? Oh, you missed it. We're at the end. Whoa, hi from Kosovo. What's up, Kosovo? Kosovo in the house. What time is it in Kosovo? Must be late. We do have a great meme. This is Naughty. I introduced Naughty tonight. Everybody remembers Clippy from the 90s on Microsoft. This is Naughty. I invented him tonight. He's here to help with the Epstein files. So if you have any questions on your paperwork, he'll swing right into frame and he'll say, hey, I'm here to help you with the Epstein files. I get timed out every day I come on here. Hey, then try to set a record. People care about the economy. Yeah, the stock market isn't the economy. The stock market is all hype and valuations, all speculation. It's there to meet Wall Street's expectation. It's for rich people to throw their money around and make more of it while they're fucking buying their own stocks and artificially inflating their own stock prices because their compensation is tied to it. The stock market is not the economy. Real economic benefit usually comes from investment in people, jobs, infrastructure, and stable markets. Well, I wouldn't ever call a market stable, but not just resource grabs or tax breaks for the wealthy. But when you look at what they were referencing, with the middle class arrival here in the world was FDR's New Deal. Putting people to work, building infrastructure, guaranteeing pay, fucking unions fighting for shorter work hours so they could live a life. That is the truth. Thank you, Jazzy. Communism. Yeah, Jesus believed in communism. A classless, moneyless, stateless place. Sounds like heaven, doesn't it? No money. Everybody's needs met. Sounds a lot like what Jesus described as heaven. Interesting. But anyway, solidarity, comrade. Yeah, if you're smart, you could play the stock market to your advantage, but you just also have to be one of these corrupt criminals that knows the insides about it. Hey, did you not pay attention during the Robin Hood GameStop thing where they froze people's money? Like, there are rich people that will just stop it. They stopped the stock market when GME was going to the moon because they were getting shorted. So that's adorable, Debo, that you think if you're smart, you just play the stock market. But it's like a casino. As soon as they figure out you learn to play it, they bring you to the basement and cut off all your hands or something. I don't know. I don't know what they do at casinos. Dusty, what's up? Good to see you. I certainly hope a forest is in the woods, and I hope there's a bear shitting there. Or the Pope. I can't remember what that saying is. Does the Pope shit in the woods? I think that's what it is. Anyways, solidarity, comrades. Amen. Amen. Gary, this is Naughty. He has a French cousin named Choppy. Somebody pointed that out earlier. Greed getting in the way, 100%. Stock market isn't for peasants. Silly peasants. Stock market's not for you. All right, I have to go. Good to see you, Dusty. Good to see you, Jess. Good to see you, Duffy. Good to see you, One Eye Dollar. Vermilion. I like Choppy. I like Choppy too. And everybody. And everybody else, if I forgot to mention you, I'm sorry. Oriole, First Blood, what's up? I'm sorry, guys. It's late. It's late. And PayPal has literally frozen and never unfrozen counts for violations. That could be something like legal 18 plus content. Yeah, this is what I mean. It's like as soon as they figured out, you figured it out, they're like, beep, we're pulling your card. Like the backdrop? It's just naughty. Do you remember Microsoft had Clippy? This is, I'm trying to reintroduce Clippy to the world. I love you, man. I love you, man. You know what? Take care of yourself. Know that your work is not your worth. You're worth something because you're a human. Remember that. Remember that you have inherent value. You have inalienable rights endowed by the Creator, whatever you think that to be. That you should be able to pursue life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness without anybody fucking telling you don't express yourself in that way. You have value, and be weird. Be fucking weird. Not Epstein weird. I have to clarify now because these billionaires have taken weird to a new liberty. But be weird and, like, you know, dress the way you want. Don't listen to fucking trends or people. Listen to the music you want. Create the music you want. Create the art you want to see. You know, be weird in that sense. Put ketchup on random shit. Whatever you feel like doing, you know? My worth is given by every breath God gives me. Amen. Amen. Not evil weird. Yeah, thank you. Oh, good to see you, Tower Queen. Not evil weird. You know, like weird, like Portland weird. Like keep it like Portland weird. You know, Seattle weird. You know, keep it like that. You know. What's up, Raymond? Go Johnson. Are you Albanian? Unfortunately, I'm not. Are you? All right, guys. That's it for me. Peace and love. Peace and love.